In music theory, you have chords and notes. You've probably heard the term chords and notes before, but let's talk about the difference between a chord and notes. A note is just a single string pressed down on a fret. Or it can be a series of single strings. Just sort of like if you were to play the piano. If you were to play the piano and you were to play one note at a time and you were to tinker out a melody like Ode to Joy or Twinkle Twinkle Little Star or something like that. Or if you were to play through the major scale. Those are single notes. You're playing one note, one at a time. Now, a chord is going to be when you play a series of notes together, two or more notes that blend in harmony. That makes a chord. Normally, we think of a chord as three notes, but a chord can be two notes, a chord can be three notes, or it can be more notes than that. And your notes and your chords both have names. For example, I'm playing a G note. See how I'm only pressing down on one string. I'm over here with finger 2, fret 3, string 6, and that's my G note. Now I'm going to play a G chord, and now I'm pressing down with 3 fingers, strumming all 6 strings to play my G chord. So that's 6 strings, or 6 notes played in harmony, blended together. G chord, C, D, back to G. So G note, C note, D note, back to G note. Notes are single, one at a time. Chords are several strings played together, or several notes played together. A note is one. Chord is 2 or more. And we're going to learn a lot more about notes later, but where we're going to start so that you can really start to move forward and learn how to play guitar is we're going to start with some chords. So in music, there are 2 different things that we call chord charts. There are chord charts that teach you how to play a song, and there are chord charts that teach you how to play a chord. So a chord chart teaches you how to play a chord. You'll see this is a diagram of the neck of your guitar. You'll see fret 1, 2, 3. You'll see strings 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And above the strings, you'll see X's and O's. The X means don't play, and the O means play open, or just play that string. You'll also have these black circular dots on the fretboard with numbers in them. That's going to be your finger numbers. And the black dots indicate where each finger number goes. So, for example, in this C major chord, you'll see the chord diagram. You see 3 frets, so that's fret 1, 2, and 3. If it were different frets, it would indicate fret 2 or fret 4, and then you adjust accordingly. But in this example of C major, you have the neck of your guitar, you have the X's and O's at the top, which means that you do not play string 6. That means that you will play strings 5 down. The strings that you play are any string that has an O above it, or if it doesn't have anything above it, that's because that's a string that you're supposed to be pressing down. So you can see here in this C major chord that you're pressing down fingers 1, 2, and 3 on strings 2, 4, and 5. So 2, 4, and 5 do not have X's or O's above them, because the implication is that you are to play from string 5 down. This is also a chord chart. They're both called chord charts, so don't let that confuse you. But if you like, you can call this a song chart. Some people call these song charts. But they're both, or you could call the other thing a chord diagram. Either way, but they're both chord charts. And in context, you'll know which one we're talking about, so it's not really going to be that confusing. In fact, as you become more and more advanced as a guitar player, you won't really refer to the diagrams very much, because you'll kind of know all the chords you want to play, and you really won't look at diagrams a whole lot as you become better and better. So chord charts, you can see here, are song charts that tell you how to play a song. You can see here that the lyrics are written out with the chord above it. And that means that you play that chord above each word. For example, this is how to read a chord chart. You play the chord above the words while you sing, while you sing. This is the chorus of the song. You play the chord above the words while you sing, while you sing, while you sing. And honestly, it may seem silly, but I'm actually teaching you how to read the chord chart here in the lyrics of the song. So you could see here in Jingle Bells, you can see the chord is above the word as I sing. You see the lyrics written out and the chord that you're supposed to play above that. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. And we'll come back to chord charts, because chord charts are going to be one of the main ways that we play songs in this course. And if you have any plans to accompany any other musicians or to play any songs and sing them, you definitely need to know how to read chord charts. Well, we're going to go ahead and learn your very first chords. We're going to start with some chords called the major chords. And the reason we're starting with the major chords is because they're kind of like the building blocks. They're the first chords most people learn when they start learning guitar. They're the first chords that guitar teachers teach when they teach guitar. They're called major chords because they're based on the major scale. They're based on the 1, 3, and 5 notes of the major scale. So it'd be your root note, your third note, and your fifth note. If you take a look at your C major chord here, we're playing the 3 notes, but we're also strumming 5 strings, which would actually be 5 notes. And that's what it is with a chord. You play the chord, and then you strum a certain number of strings. So your major chords are a great place to start learning. They're the foundation. Also, too, when you refer to these chords in the future, you won't always say your G major chord or your C major chord, your D major chord. A lot of times you're just going to say G, C, D. They're certainly not written as major chords on chord charts. When you read a chord chart, you're going to see them written as C, G, D, F, things like that. So we're going to abbreviate and call them by their letter names, C, G, or D, instead of G major, C major, D major, E major, and, all that. So yeah, your major chords are going to be a great place to start. So now let's take a look at each individual chord and how to play it. So your C major chord is going to be finger 1, fret 1, string 2. Place that right there at the edge of the fret line. Finger 2, string 4, fret 2. Finger 2, fret 2, string 4. the sound you have so far. Finger 3, fret 3, string 5. So for C major, you're strumming 5 down. Notice that the top is X'd out. String 6 is X'd out, so you do not play string 6. And that's what a C major is supposed to sound like. Go ahead and play that with me. C major. So for your G major, we're going to go ahead and start with finger 4, fret 3, string 1. That's your high E string here, or string 1 with finger 4. We're going to go ahead and place finger 2 down on fret 2, string 5. Finger 3, spring it up here. Finger 3, bring it on up to string 6, or your low E string, fret 3. The G major, you're going to strum all 6 strings. Now I play my G major chord this way. Some people don't. Some people play it this way. I play it this way because I feel like when you're playing in certain keys, there's a lot more maneuverability. Like, so I play my G major chord that way. If I'm playing a different kind of G, I play it a different way. A G like this. But my G major chord, I play this way. And I would recommend you do too. G major chord. D major is going to be, we're going to take finger 2, fret 2, string 1. Again, keeping that real close to the fret line there. We're going to go finger 1, fret 2, string 3. So both of your fingers are on fret 2 so far. Then we're going to take finger 3, place it down on fret 3, string 2. And you're going to strum 4 down. D major is going to be 4, string 4 down. String 4 down. Notice that the E string and the A string are both X'd out. So that means you strum. You're strumming strings 4 down. So just a quick recap. The chords you've learned so far are C major, G major, and D major. Or we could just call those C, G, D. Now with your C, G, and D chords, you can actually already play thousands of songs. So take a minute to practice those along with me. practice switching between them. So for your E major, you're going to go finger 1, fret 1, string 3. Then you go finger 2, fret 2, string 4. Then it's finger 3, fret 2, string 5. And then you're going to play all 6 strings, nice and strong. Now your guitar is actually tuned to the key of E, so this is going to be one of your strongest sounding chords, your E major. Now here is your A major chord, and there's a number of ways. There's 2 ways that people play. It's a little bit more difficult than some of your other ones because you're kind of like playing everything all scrunched together in fret 2 here. But this is, let me just show you how to play it, and then I'll show you the 2 options, and you can play whatever's easiest for you. You're going to go finger 3, fret 2, string 2. Finger 2, fret 2, string 3. Then you go finger 1, fret 2, string 4. And all of my fingers, you can see, are all really scrunched together really tight because that's what you have to do when you play your A chord like this. And this is how some people play it. When I play an A major chord, which as you learn other chords, we're going to call substitution chords, bar chords, things like that. You might not necessarily choose to even play some of these basic chords, but your A major chord is played like this. Or some people choose, and this might seem really daunting at the time, but when you're just starting to learn how to play, but it actually isn't really that difficult once you get used to it. You're going to take finger 2 and hold down all 3 of those strings together. So you're holding down you're on fret 2 with finger 2. You're holding down strings 2, 3, and 4 with that one finger. See, it's even hard for me to. There you go. I still want to get nice and clear, but you see how hard I'm holding that down. I'm holding that very hard. That's your A major chord played with just holding down all the strings with the one chord. You're going to learn later, you're going to play bar chords, and you're going to have to hold all your strings with the one finger, and that's not going to be difficult. But this is, at first it's a little bit of a challenge. That's your A major chord played by holding all the strings down with the one finger, with finger 2. A. So for your A major chord, you're strumming strings 5 down. You'll notice that string 6 is X'd out. So you're going to strum 5 down for A major. The infamous F major chord. Most guitar players do not like F major. It's just uncomfortable to play, and it's just really not a great sounding chord, honestly. Now later on in another lesson, I'm going to show you 20 ways to play an F. And you'll get a PDF chart to download called 20 Ways to Play an F Chord. Some of them sound beautiful. You're going to recognize some of those Fs in popular music, but we're going to just start today with your plain old F major chord. We're going to just grit our teeth, take our medicine, and get through it. So we're going to start with finger 1, and we're going to bar. You'll learn bar chords later, but we're going to start with just, something simple. We're going to bar. Bar means when you hold down 2 or more strings with one finger, but right now we're only barring, we're only going to bar the first 2 here. So let's learn to play the infamous F chord. Finger 1, string 1 and 2, you're going to bar those. It looks like I'm holding it on the fret line, but I'm actually not. I'm holding it right, just really close to it. Then you're going to take finger 2, fret 2, string 3. Go ahead and learn to play that, and then later on we'll learn to play some substitution chords that you might like better. But hey, see it as a personal challenge. You can overcome the infamous F chord challenge. F major is going to be 4 down. Strings 4 down. So for your B chord, you're going to start with finger 1, fret 2, string 1. Get that as close to the fret line as you can. You're going to skip fret 3, you're going to come over to fret 4, and you're going to use finger 4, string 3. Then you're going to drop finger 3 down on fret 4, string 4, and you're going to play 4 down for this one. And that's your B major chord. And that's what your B major sounds like. 4 down. Make sure you're on fret 2, finger 1, string 1. You're not using finger 2 or fret 3. Finger 4 down on fret 4, string 3. Finger 3 down on fret 4, string 4, and strum 4 down. B chord, B major. So we're going to talk about 6 things that make strings buzz. We're going to investigate the buzz. So if you play your chord and it sounds like this, you're going to investigate the buzz. Figure out what it is that you're doing that's causing your string to make this noise. Now, number 1, not pressing down hard enough. So right now, I'm going to play everything perfectly, but I'm just not going to press down very hard. I just press down a little harder. Ease up just a little bit on my finger 3. Okay, so these sound good, but then finger 3 up here, I just pressed down and it cleared it up. Now, one of the ways that you can press down harder is to raise your fingers up like this. If they're like this, you're going to struggle. Keep your fingers straightened like this. Now the second thing is the fatty part of the finger. It's this part of the finger right here, touching the string below it. So for example, finger 3 is on this C note. So string 4 here is not clear. So when I go to play, even if I'm pressing down hard enough on all of the strings, but the fatty part is touching that. So it doesn't sound exactly right. Say if I was doing it with all of them, pressing down hard, but my chord doesn't sound clear because the fatty part is touching it. So again, the best way to solve that problem is to keep your fingers straight when you play, and that'll make sure that the fatty part of your fingers is not touching the string below it. And that'll come with practice. That might feel awkward right now, but it will definitely come to you much easier as you practice and improve. And that's all about practice. Sometimes you want the fatty part to touch it if you're trying to mute the string under it, like in this G5 chord here. I don't want this chord, this note to be heard. It's muted. But I'm doing that on purpose. If I wanted it to be muted, I would just simply raise my finger up, straighten my finger. Now sometimes if your fingernails are a little too long, that could basically sort of make the first problem happen with not pressing down hard enough. If you're not able to press the strings down because your fingernail is too long, that'll kind of be similar to the first problem. So you want to keep your fingernails nice and short so you don't have that problem. If your chords are struggling at this stage, you might be able to solve the problem by just trimming your fingernails. Pause the video, trim your fingernails up, and you could be good to go. Now number 4 is your fingers are too close to the fret line. Now what that means is, now these are the fret lines. Remember, these are the frets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are the fret lines. So if your finger is too close to the fret line, let's do our C chord here. And I'm going to put this finger 2 on the fret line, and I'm going to play the chord. Well, what's wrong there? So you see, finger 2 is on top of it. Not good. So watch what happens. I'm not going to press down any harder or any lighter, but I'm going to move it here. On the fret line, off the fret line. On the fret line, off the fret line. Now the same problem can be back here, or even if you're just too close. See, I'm not on the fret line. Finger 2 is not on the fret line, but it is, you know, pretty dang on close. So I'm going to keep it sort of in the middle here. Now the rule of thumb is if your fingers are, if it's not the farthest finger down the fret, like in this case finger 3 is going to be the farthest down the fret, but up here you're going to want to keep it close to the fret line, but not too close. I like to keep mine right there at the front of the fret line, or right there at the edge of it, but on the side it needs to be on. Same here. Just before the fret line. That's what I meant to say, just before the fret line. Now with finger 3, since it's the farthest down the fret, keeping it in the middle is fine. You definitely don't want to keep it too close. You don't want to keep it too far. That's just awkward. So both of these fingers can be at the beginning or just before the fret line. And this finger 3 can be in the middle. Now another thing is the tip of your finger. Just the tip of your finger. See my calluses there. You'll get those if you practice a lot. If you play your guitar a lot, you will definitely get calluses, and that's okay. You want that, so it doesn't hurt. So if it hurts now, don't worry about it. As you get your calluses, it'll hurt much less. But the tip of your finger touching the string above it. So for example, I'm doing this C chord here. Something sounds off. It's because the tip of my finger is ever so slightly touching the top of it. Now the number one culprit for making that is that you're not holding your fingers straight enough. So go ahead and straighten your fingers out. And that'll solve that problem. The last thing doesn't happen very much. Maybe sometimes, if you're playing an awkward, like if you're playing something like this, and see here, this part of my hand was touching string 2 there. And that was touching right here, was touching it. So again, you're not going to struggle with that a lot, but if that happens, it could be. So investigate the buzz, find out what's making your strings buzz, clear them up, take a minute to straighten them up. See, that was buzzing, and I just took a minute to your chords to be crystal clear. You don't even want to bother switching until it's crystal clear. So the first thing to master is making sure that all of your chords are clear. So I want to talk about the difference between major chords and minor chords. So major chords are your bright, happy sounding chords. So major chords sound bright, happy, whereas your minor chords sound really somber. If you ever hear a really sad song in minor, you might even hear the phrase, the song was a sad song played in minor tones. Because minor chords are the somber, sad sounding chords. Whereas your major chords are your bright, happy chords. G major, G minor, C major, C minor, A major, A minor, B major, B minor, E major, E minor. So every major chord has a minor version, whether it's E major to E minor, G major to G minor, C major to C minor, or whatever. All of the major chords that have letter names also have a minor version of themselves. Think of it as an evil twin. In every key, there are major chords and there are minor chords that make up the key. So now that we've learned some major chords, let's go ahead and learn some minor chords. A minor chord is going to be finger 1, fret 1, string 2. Finger 1, fret 1, string 2. Finger 2, fret 2, string 3. Finger 3, fret 2, string 4. It's just going to look like this, and you're going to strum strings 5, down. You can already hear that somber sound. It's how you know you're playing a minor chord. Minor chords sound really dark, somber. That's your A minor chord. So your E minor chord is going to be finger 2, fret 2, string 4. Then you can take finger 3, still fret 2, drop it right down on string 5. And then strum all 6 down. Somber sound. E minor. That's what your E minor sounds like. Now for your D minor, we're going to go finger 1, fret 1, string 1. Here we go, finger 2, fret 2, string 3. Notice I'm just sort of making sure they're clear as I go. Take finger 4, actually not finger 3, finger 4, and I'm going to drop it down on fret 3, string 2, right here. And I'm going to play 4 down. String 4 down. That's your D minor. So your A minor, E minor, D minor. Go ahead and learn the C sharp minor. You take finger 1, come down to fret 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Finger 1, fret 4, string 5. And then you drop. This is very similar to your A chord, how we dropped all 3 of them there. So you're going to go finger 1, fret 4, string 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then finger 2, same fret, everything's on fret 4 for this one. Finger 2, fret 4, string 4. Then you're going to drop your finger 3 right down on string 3, still fret 4, and you're gonna play 5 down. It's gonna be your C sharp minor. You can do the same thing you did with the A chord if you want. Come up here and do it with 3. So that's your C sharp minor. Your F sharp minor is going to be using fingers 1, 3, and 4. Finger 1, fret 2, string 1, 2, 3. You're going to skip over fret 3 and go to fret 4 and lay down finger 3 on fret 4, string 5. And then you're going to go ahead and drop finger 4 right here on fret 4, string 4. And for this one, you're going to strum 5 down. And that's your F sharp minor chord. Now this next chord, these next 2 chords is sort of a hack, because you're going to use your A minor chord shape. Remember, we learned your A minor chord. And just to refresh you on that, here's your A minor. We're going to use that A minor shape. And just to review, A minor is finger 1, fret 1, string 2, finger 2, fret 2, string 3, finger 3, fret 2, string 4, and you're strumming 5 down. Those are A minor chord. Your B minor chord is actually very similar to your B major chord. If you remember your B major chord, if you've been practicing that, remember, play your B major like this. Well, your B minor, all you do is just bring finger 2 down here to fret 3, string 2, and then still play 4 down. Finger 1, fret 2, string 1. Finger 2, fret 3, string 2. Finger 3, fret 4, string 4. Then you drop your pinky or finger 4 here on fret 4, string 3, and play 4 down. It's your B minor chord. Now I want to talk about 4 chords that are going to give you the ability to play thousands of songs. There are thousands of songs that use these 4 chords with exactly these voicings. And we're going to go ahead and talk about those. The first one we're going to start with was your G5. Now these are substitution chords. And with substitution chords, when you see a chord with a letter name beside it, like for example, our first chord, which is going to be G5, you play that chord in place of your regular G chord. So that would replace, or it would substitute for your G major. So if you see a chord chart that says G5 or C2, that's going to replace your G major and your C major, or your regular old G and C. To start out with, we're going to use fingers 3 and 4. And you're going to use fret 3, strings 1 and 2. So finger 4 goes on fret 3, string 1, and then you drop finger 3 right down on fret 3, string 2. Get a nice clear sound out of those. And the cool thing about this is for these 4 chords, those 2 fingers will not move. You're gonna leave those down and never move those for the entire 4 chords. Let me show you what I mean. See how I never move fingers 3 and 4? They stay there. So let's learn the first chord. The first chord is called G5. I'm going to take finger 2, drop it right down on fret 3, string 6, or my low E string here. I'm going to play that. Now I'm muting out this 5 string right here, and you'll see on the chord chart there's an X above this string 5. So you do not play that. So when you pick through it, it'll sound like this. You won't be able to hear that when it's strummed like this. That's a G5 chord. The next one, I'm going to take finger 2 off. I'm going to throw down finger 1 right here on fret 2, string 6. I'm still going to be muting out that 5. That's going to be called a D suspended over F sharp chord. So your next chord, you're going to take finger 1, bring it right down here to string 5, fret 2, string 5, and strum all 6. It's going to be a It's going to be a E minor 7 chord. Finger 1, fret 2, string 5, strum all 6 strings. The last one is going to be finger 2, fret 3, string 5, and I'm muting out the 4th string this time. Strum 5 down like this. And that's called a C2. It's a C2 chord. You'll see on the chord chart that string 6 and string 4 are X'd out. That means that you do not play string 6 and you mute string 4. C2 chord. So together that's sus chords are short for suspended chords. Those terms sus chords and suspended chords are used interchangeably. They're called suspended chords, but they're often referred to as sus chords because when you see them written on a chord chart, they're going to read as E sus, D sus, C sus, whatever the chord is with a sus beside it. Well, those are suspended chords, or sus chords. Remember that constructing a major chord has to do with your major scale. And that a major chord is made up of the 1, 3, and 5 notes of the major scale. A chord becomes a suspended chord when you take the 3 note out of the chord and you add a 4 note. Like in this example on the piano, I'm taking the 3rd note or the E note out of the chord and adding a 4 or an F note. Suspended chords are great because they add a sense of tension and release to the music. You could honestly just go back and forth between the chord and its sus version, and it feels like you're actually playing something. Now, just like E and E major are interchangeable, your E suspended and E sus are interchangeable. But you'll never see it written out like E suspended. It'll always say E sus or D sus or C sus. And you can really hear that sense of tension and release while you're switching between the 2 chords. E, E suspended, E, E sus, E, E suspended. So you might have already seen suspended chords in the chord charts you've been looking at and wondered what they were. Well, mystery solved. And if you've never really noticed them before, now you're going to start seeing them all the time. So let's take a look at a few of the most common sus chords you'll run across when playing songs. We're going to take a look at a few of them, but now that you know what a sus chord is and its function and a few of the chords, you're going to be able to use sus chords to really up your guitar skills. Okay, so for your E suspended chord or your E sus chord, you're just going to play your E major chord. And you're going to drop finger 4 on fret 2, string 1, 2, 3. Fret 2, string 3. So you're going to drop your finger 4 or your pinky finger down on fret 2, string 1, 2, 3. It's going to sound like that. E major, E suspended, E sus. And you get this nice sense of tension and release. Tension and release. Tension, release. For your D suspended, you're going to play your D major chord, and this one's actually really easy. D major chord. And then you're going to drop your finger 4, your pinky finger, down here on fret 3, string 1. Hear that tension, release. So all you're doing is dropping your pinky finger where it sort of naturally wants to go anyway. And you hear that nice tension and release going on. Here's the tension. Your C suspended is just your C major. So we're going to start with your C major chord, and you're going to place finger 4 down on fret 3, string 4. String 1, 2, 3, 4. String 1, 2, 3, 4. C suspended chord. For your G suspended, you're just going to play your G major chord, and you're going to put finger 1, fret 1, string 2. Fret 1, string 2. You're going to be playing your G2 chord, and G2 chord is just playing your G5, adding finger 1, fret 2, string 5. So that's going to be a G2 chord. Well, this is all you're going to do for your G suspended. From this position, you're just going to switch fingers 1 and 2, flip them upside down, and put them both on fret 3. So finger 2 comes down to fret 3, string 5, and finger 1 goes on fret 3, string 6. So you get this sound. So there's your tension and release. Tension, release. Tension, release. So that's your G suspended with the bassier way, like from your G2 or your G5 chord. You can do it from a G2 or a G5. You can come straight from your G5 if you want. So yeah, just take your finger 2, fret 3, string 5, finger 1, fret 3, string 6. For your A sus, your A suspended, you're just going to play it like this. There's your A major, just come over. You're going to bring finger 3, fret 3, string 2. Or if you love playing it with the finger, just finger 1, you could actually just bring finger 4, down to fret 3, string 2. And play your A suspended that way. Your F suspended chord is just going to be like this. You're playing your F major chord here, and you're going to drop finger 4 down on string, and you're going to drop finger 4 down on fret 3, string 3. As your F suspended, play your F major, and you're going to drop your finger 4 down on fret 3, string 3. Or you don't even have to even play finger 2 at that point. If you're only playing F suspended, you don't even have to use finger 2 at all, because the string would become irrelevant. This finger would become irrelevant. It'd be canceled out by finger 4 here on the 3rd fret. But most people go back and forth between the suspended and that regular major chord. So for your B suspended chord, I'm actually going to show you a different way to play your B, and then play your suspended version based on that different version. And this is the way I play a B. So it's really simple, actually. It's your E major shape. Use your E major shape. And then you're actually going to bring your E major shape all the way down to where finger 3 lands on fret 9 here, and it's 9 because it's position marker 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's fret 3, 5, 7, and 9. So it's your E major shape. Still, like I'm actually literally sliding the shape all the way down, and playing that E major down here on fret 9. See the 2 position markers down here, 2 fret markers down here. Playing from 5 down, strings 5 down. So finger 1 would be on fret 8. Fingers 2 and 3 would be on fret 9. And you got that E major shape going. So it becomes a B. prettier sounding B. And then you're just going to play the sus version of the B. Same way you play the sus version of the E is you're going to throw finger 4 down on string 3, but this time it's going to be on fret 9. So it'll sound like this. See if you can see that a little clearer there. That's a B suspended.